Aloha, my name is Gwen, and this is Karen,
Aloha.
and we are Wahine Media. We are a social media agency providing a wide range of services for businesses, from strategy to consultations to training to implementation. And we're here to tell you about our friend John, aka YaJagoff. And this is an interesting relationship that we formed on Twitter. It started on Twitter, and it goes to show that you can meet people that you would never expect. And Karen is actually the one who met John on Twitter for the first time. So Karen, tell us a little bit about that.
So I get this tweet, and for those of you who are not practicing on Twitter, you need to be, because it's an amazing opportunity to meet people that you would never in a million years have an opportunity to meet otherwise. So I get this tweet, and it says from YaJagoff, and I thought, what's a YaJagoff? So of course went to Google, had to Google it, and just thought, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to talk to this guy, but he had a great question, and so I answered, and it was the beginning of a brilliant relationship. He's amazing. He's a crack up. He's smart, wicked smart, and so it was fun to have a dialogue with him, and we would joke, but we would also talk business. And our business is social media for business. So we grow businesses online, from website on up. And he talked to us about what that looked like. And he was writing a blog or contemplating a blog. And so, long story short, he's amazing. His prowess. We went to a social media summit, and as part of that social media summit, we shared the YaJagoff story and the importance of talking to anybody and everybody, not just by clout score, but also just somebody who interests you. If it's something that's not meant to be, it will die out. But definitely talk. That's what Twitter's about. So Gwen, talk about the summit a little bit.
Yeah, so rewind a couple months before the summit, and I'm talking on the phone with Karen, and she says, Gwen, I got this funny package in the mail. And I said, well, open it.
It's a bomb!
No. And so she opens it, and she starts cracking up laughing, and I ask her, well, what is it? And it is a T-shirt that John had sent her, and it says, "Don't be a Jagoff!" Big T-shirt and big black lettering on a bright yellow shirt. And he had sent this to her, just without telling her, but it was part of his outreach. It was part of his saying thank you for your advice, but it was also kind of part of this brilliant little marketing campaign that he was putting together to launch his blog, which we thought was very interesting, where he's mailing T-shirts and asking people to take a photo of, you with the T-shirt on wherever. And this was
a great campaign.
It was really fun, and this was his way to kind of get his T-shirt in Hawaii. And so so we talked about this at the second annual Hawaii Social Media Summit, and oddly enough, we talked about John YaJagoff, Pittsburgh Steelers fan, during a presentation about reaching women in social media and telling our story of keeping an open mind when talking to people on Twitter, and even opposites can attract. So fast forward a year after that for the past social media summit, and John actually was here in Hawaii speaking at the third annual social media summit. His story, his blog became voted one of the best blogs in Pittsburgh, one of the most favorite blogs in Pittsburgh, I believe 2 years in a row. And so we invited him to come speak and come tell his story and talk a little bit about how video, first of all, he does a lot of video, helps with his efforts. And so it's just really interesting to see that out of one tweet, what can happen.
And it's not just it's not just business, B2B, you know, business owners talking to business owners, businesses talking to businesses. It's also you expand your knowledge. I mean, we didn't know about YaJagoff or Pittsburgh Steelers, or, you know, now we have some of the lingo down.
Peter Parker's.
Yeah, now we have some of the lingo down. And conversely, so does he. You know, he's saying mahalo, which is thank you, and knows that wahine means women. And
I think his signature even says sent from sunny Hawaii or something on his signature on his emails.
Oh, that's awesome.
Says no, not really.
So it's just a great way to reach out, and John will tell you more about it. Aloha.